This is my firm belief. If the gun's not on your body, you're not in control of it. Somebody else can take control. So don't get in the habit of putting it in the glove box, putting it in the center body, putting it under the seat, putting it in. And I'm going to tell you guys, ladies, I don't advise carrying a gun in your purse or your backpack. And I'm going to tell you, in most cases, that's the target, not you. Right? They want your purse because it's quick, easy money. They want your backpack for what's in it. They don't want you. So if they can snatch your backpack or get your purse, that's what they want. You put your gun in there and keep it in there. Number one, you got to get it out of there to make it do anything. And if they do catch you by surprise, which in most cases that's what's going to happen, you're going to have one person in front of you distracting you, and you're not going to see the person that comes up and punches you in the back of the head. And now, when you're dazed on the ground, you realize your purse or your backpack is half a block away as they're running away, and they have a gun, and you don't have yours. So I tell everybody, if the gun's not on your body, you're not in control of it. And ladies, what do all the little kids want to get into? Your purse. There's always something good in there. So you got a gun in there now. Now they're going to be in there digging around your purse with a gun in there. But more than that, I want to share a story with you about why I tell you, you keep that gun on your body, right? Because if it is the purse they want, give them the purse. You still have your gun. You could say, throw your purse to the side, throw it in the air, whatever. Oh my God, go like that. They're going to, when they look, pull your gun and go, okay, now take the purse and leave. But if you take one step toward me, I'm going to shoot you. Right? You have the opportunity to protect yourself if the gun's on your body. If it's in the purse, you don't have that opportunity when they're wrestling for it. And also, I like to remind people, backpacks, purses, don't put anything in there you cannot live without. Don't put anything in there you cannot live without. And the reason I'm telling you this is because you shouldn't fight to the death for whatever's in your purse or your backpack. You should be willing to give it away. Because what's the goal?
Live.
To live. So if you're fighting over a purse, you're forgetting the goal. Let them have it. Let them go. Because you're still alive. I really want to say these things all the time to remind people what the goal is, to remember that, hey, whatever's in that purse, whatever's in that backpack, it's not worth dying for. That's what I want you to realize. So when I tell you if the gun's in your purse and your backpack, now you're fighting for it. The other thing I want to remind you of is, like I said, if the gun's not on your body, you're not in control of it, and somebody else can take control of it. And if somebody else takes control of your gun, it's gonna be a bad day. It only takes a second, and your whole life changes. Your whole life. I'm gonna tell you a story. This happened. Before I started this company, I've been running this company now for quite a few years. But before that, I worked in some gun stores. And when I worked in these gun stores, I got to meet people, and I really realized that people come in there that really were looking for help and knowledge. So my goal was to work in a gun store for 1 year and move to another one. And I worked in the different counties and our surrounding counties and cities here a little bit because I wanted to establish my reputation as somebody who knows what they're talking about with guns. And so working in these gun stores allowed people to get to know me and get to know the fact that I know what I'm talking about. So when I started this company, I already had a bunch of people that wanted to train and do things. The first stop I made was at a local gun store over here, and right down the road here. I worked there for a year, and while I was there, this one particular guy liked guns, and so he trained a lot in law enforcement. Me and him hit it off. We talk about all kinds of things. He'd ask me my opinion on certain guns all the time. And, I sold him guns, trained them a little bit. We did some stuff together. He was a good guy. I liked him. And so one day I come to work and I come in the back, and in the back on the bench, right, I see a pile of guns. A pile of guns. And I'm like, whoa, what's up with that? And the guy that was working with me back there at the time, he was like, yeah, so-and-so. And I said, yeah, I know him. And he goes, yeah, he just brought in all of his guns. He's selling all of them. And I said, what? I said, wait a minute, he's in law enforcement. That doesn't make sense. And he goes, yeah, I know. So, strikes me as odd. So I start making a few phone calls and I figure out what happened. So So the weekend before, he was out doing some training, and there's a couple ranges here where we go to, and sometimes, and we'll bring our own stuff sometimes. Back in the day, we wanted to set up and do our own drills, and so we would use milk crates to carry a lot of stuff, ammo, stuff like that. Just put them, they slide in and out of the truck really easy. So he was out training one day, and got home, at end of training, loaded back up, got home, backed into the driveway, up to the garage, and was gonna unload his truck. So he opened up the garage, and he goes up, grabs a milk crate, walks to the back of the garage, sets the milk crate down, and when he did that, his concealed carry, appendix carry, pinched him, so he pulled it out and set it on the bench. Right, now it's still in the holster, the trigger's covered, all that, right, yay, it's good stuff, right, set it down, walked back, grabbed another milk crate, boom! The gun went off. Turned around, there's his 6-year-old child.
Oh, good Lord.
Dead on the floor, shot himself and pulled it right out of the holster, shot himself in the face. Right? It only took a second. Only 1 second. You take that gun off your body, you're not in control anymore. Somebody else can take control. And I'm not just talking about bad guys, I'm talking about protecting the people around you, your children and things. So his 6-year-old son shot himself in the face, and that guy just now looks at that, he sees his son's face gone in a pool of blood. As tragic as that is, that's not where it ends. So his wife blames him. I blame him. How long does it take? Mag out, rack that round out, inspect the weapon, set it down. How long does that take? Maybe 5 seconds tops. Like, I'm literally saying though, 3 seconds. You now set that down. It is a paperweight. Nobody can hurt themselves. You take that mag out, you put it in your pocket, you rack that round out, you put it in your pocket, you set that gun down over there, now nobody has to worry about it. And the whole world, like I say in my videos, action open, the whole world knows it's safe. His son could come by, pick it up, do whatever. Nobody gets hurt. I blame him for that. That was his fault. So she divorced him, left him. And of course, I don't know, after something like that happens, I have no idea how much you have to drink to put your head in the pillow at night. Knowing that your son's dead because it's something that you neglected. It was your neglect. And so, he took to drinking hard. Then he lost his job in law enforcement. Right? And almost 1 year to the day, blew his brains out. That is a sad, tragic story that didn't have to happen. It didn't have to happen. And that's why I want to remind you, if the gun's not on your body, you're not in control of it. You're not in control of it. And so anytime you remove that gun from your body, I highly advise you to disarm that weapon. You take that ammunition, you separate it from ammunition, you go action open, you inspect it, make sure it's clear, and then you can set it down anywhere you want. It is literally a paperweight. But you get in the habit of taking that gun and holster out and putting it places, putting it on your nightstand, putting it here, putting it there, and never taking it out of the holster, never disarming it, putting it under your seat, putting it in other places. One day you're going to set it down and something bad's going to happen. So if you have children, even if you don't have children, I want you to develop good habits when it comes to handling firearms. And that means just don't lay loaded guns, leave them laying around. Right? So that's why I'm telling you, hey, carry the gun on your body if you're going to carry it. Figure that out. Figure it out. Because you're going to set your purse down and you're going to be doing something else. Kid may come up and grab a gun out of there. You're going to set your backpack down. You're going to be standing on a corner, focused on this way, looking at your phone, doing whatever, and you may never even see that person punch you in the back of the head. But now you get your gun. And you can't protect yourself. Because what's the goal? To live, that's right. So make sure you keep that thought foremost in your mind at all times. I want to live. Okay? And carry that gun in your